Breadwinners. Good evening, everyone. What's up? I just ate a satisfying meal and topped it off with a measly dessert. This is Mr. Hotta speaking for the second time today. Over 2 months ago, I think, I was watching Nickelodeon and I was watching SpongeBob along with Sanjay and Craig. Those are the only two things I watch nowadays on Nickelodeon. I saw an advertisement for a show called Breadwinners. Previously, I did a brief rant on that just from watching the advertisements. Well, I learned that you don't judge a show by just advertisements. That did not seem to be enough, so I'm doing a sequel to that one. I waited a while to do this, so I'm sorry. I did this about a month or two later than I expected to. I'm sorry. Yet again. I watched a few episodes. The first thing I would like to say is that this cartoon does not deserve to be called Breadwinners. I can't believe that these two characters have the nerve to call themselves breadwinners. Really? What have you done to deserve to call yourselves breadwinners? Let's see. Let me think. Oh yeah, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Most people, including me, call them bread losers. The last time I checked YouTube, there were many rants on the show. The show is about these two, quote, ducks, Sway Sway and Badooz. I thought his name was Buddhist, but it's Badooz, who live in the vast world of ducks that deliver bread, and that's it. The theme song is atrocious. The two main characters look like Fanboy and Chum Chum. Sway Sway looks like Fanboy, and Badooz looks like Chum Chum. I see a similarity in that. What is it? What I know, it is that they are annoying, extremely annoying. This show is mostly about bread, which is a poor concept for a TV show. Why bread? How are these two characters not fat or obese? If one consumes too much bread, as much bread as they do, they will get fat. That's simple carbs, and simple carbs turn into fat if not burned. I don't see them doing exercise to burn it off. Is that all they eat is bread? Is that all they care about? Where does that even come from? How are they even ducks? They don't even look like ducks at all. They don't have beaks or feathers. Previously, I mentioned that this show is going to be abysmal. It was not as bad as I thought it would be, but still is. I watched a few episodes, but I'm not going to summarize those for this rant. I've seen some of the titles of a few of the episodes. The ones I can think of offhand include Employee of the Month, Procrastination, Stink Breath, Thug Loaf, etc. Happy Frog Day? Hey, wait a minute. They copied SpongeBob. The old SpongeBob, seasons 1 through 3, that is. Employee of the Month, and SpongeBob's Procrastination. They even copied SpongeBob? That failed miserably. Of those two characters. I hate Badooz. Even more. By the way, who would name their kid that? And what kind of name is that? Badooz? That's one of the worst names I've ever heard of. I've never heard a name that bad. It's even worse than the name Chum Chum from Fanboy and Chum Chum. You thought that was bad? Seriously, what kind of name is that? Who on earth would name their kid that or even thought of that? Sway Sway? Badooz? More like Suck Suck and Badooz Suck. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Is that all they do is eat bread? Where do they even get the bread from? They don't make it. These so-called breadwinners have a rocket van, and that is why they can deliver bread. Okay, time out. Whoa, buckaroo, so you're not breadwinners after all then. The only reason you two can deliver bread is because you have that so-called rocket van. Do you know what? That's just sad. That's sad. That's so sad. Without that so-called rocket van, you're useless. By the way, you suck badly at delivering bread, and everyone can see why. We've seen you throw bread plenty of times. We have ample evidence, you know. This is probably one of the most hated shows that I've ever seen in history. They can't even take care of themselves or that so-called rocket van. Who calls them breadwinners? They're not even trustworthy at all. Nope, not a bit. And they never will be, as a matter of fact. There are almost no good characters at all in that show. I might get to that later, but I'm sure there isn't. Just from seeing a few episodes, there are no likable characters at all. That's just sad. Sanjay and Craig is way better than the show. Even though a lot of people hate it, I still like it. It's my opinion. There might be a third rant on this show, so stay tuned. The only thing, at least is better than those sitcoms from Nickelodeon like Sam and Cat, the Thundermans, the Haunted Hathaways. What do I think of them? Let's see. I hate them. I hate them all, and I don't care. This is my opinion. How dare you call yourselves breadwinners or winners? That's all I have to say. One other thing. TV has really gone downhill, and there's like almost nothing good to see in the evening these days. Well, look at the time. I must go to sleep. Good night. Sorry for rambling. Good night.